Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. My fan isn't too loud, is it? Good, okay. How is everyone tonight? No one's here yet. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, everyone. Did you watch my new video, everyone? Oh, I'm not mad. No, I'm just relaxing. Hello, very informative. I'm good, Emily. How are you? Did everyone watch my video? Yes, Titi wrote a comment. Thank you. ZZ watched it. Anyone else? 13 people here. Hi, Rebecca, Emily, T, Michio, hi. Hi, Mo. What's going on? Hey, Paint Witch. How's it going? Yeah, go ahead and watch it. You watch it while I hang out and wait for everyone. For you new people, you know the drill. Wait a little bit. Hmm. Any new updates from anyone? Gotta watch. Yeah, watch the. Well, I'm glad you're back, Chris. A bunch of people quit, so I'm glad you are here. That's why I made the video. I wanted to address a few things. Let me get it for you. Please like and comment on it. It's not a super high production video like I normally do, but I just wanted to put what I put out there. Love to see more. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I don't like to track people down and be like, "Hey, where you been, man?" But like when people aren't here for a while, I do notice. Um, Especially if they come for a bunch. And it's like, oh my gosh, why do I do this? Yes, that's the one, Rebecca. Like and comment, please. Oh. Mhm. Well, thank you for that donation, Selena. You really didn't have to do that. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for saying that, Purple Cloud. Um, yeah, I paint which I was going to, but those payments didn't go through. So it's like, I'll do it in the future. I really have to um, really figure some things out. That's because my fan is on. My fan is on, and hold on, jeez, we just let me get this. Oh, all right. Is that better now? It's a spirit of yes, Emily. I have some videos where I try to explain it a bit more. But yeah, more and less. You don't think it's the fan? All right, let me see. Microphone. Let me do it this way. Don't understand. Testing. Oh, that's why. All right, let me fix that. Oh, something's unplugged. Hold on. Hold on. I know why. I know why it's messed up. Hold on. Hold on. I might go. Ah, I had to unplug something, plug my printer in. Okay. That should be getting better. There. Okay, hold on. Let me turn my fan back on. Okay, is that better, guys? You're not so that's basically it, Cindy. It'll do that. People, why, the reason why I made that video is people misconstrue that. There's part of it says, I don't know what commie are either. It's worse, actually. That's because I have it super. Let me see. Testy. Yeah, I know why. I could hear the fan. Which one is my input? Oh, it's too high. How's that, guy? How's that? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Is that better? Better? How about now? Good? No, it's not better? Jeez. Oh, it is better. Good. Yes, keep talking. It should be really good right now. Getting warmer. How about now? That sounds pretty good. Increase my mic volume a tad. How about now? Now? All right. How about that? Is that good? That's it. Good. Yeah, I sound good. I can hear myself. I'm just going to take those off so I don't have to hear myself. Do you guys want an explanation of kami tonight? Let me see what I wrote something. Good. There. Anything new, guys? Anything new come up? I want to make sure everyone watches that video. I feel it's important. Now, if they're going to partake in this, they really should understand that. You feel like something released? Cool. Like just now or earlier? Let me wait till a few more people get here first. We'll go to 10, 15 minutes past the hour. Is that good? So I could get people Last night's good. Good. Did you watch the video I uploaded today, Karen? Because you've experienced so many different healing modalities. Go on, Leslie. What are this happens? Yeah. So think of it this way. While you're doing these, start trying to pay attention because it's very easy to not notice. Try to pay attention after these how your view of the world changes. Does that make sense? Now, think about for you, those of you who've been coming and have actually went through this. What was your view of the world now, as opposed to before we started? Just give a few minutes to reflect on that. Some people here have been coming for a bit, some longer than others. But how has your view of the world changed? Nature is glowing. Okay, nice. And you haven't been here for that long, right? Some have been coming for some years. But those folks are, I'm not as afraid. Good. Hmm. Okay. Hello. Oh, you started months ago with your quiet. Joe picks up on things faster. Good. Good. So Joe is a medicine man for his tribe. And we're trying to work on expanding him to be able to do more and notice more. And he came here because he found you could see a lot of similarities between the traditions. They're very nearly the same. And they're not the same, but they are the same. So, all right, look at this. I love the world and I think it is beautiful. I'm starting to feel my mind is outside my body, connected to nature. All right. So it's expanded further. Great. So definitely more aware what potential energy shifts can be. Internal impurities, kagare versus external mononoke, and being mindful, pure for good. I am very awake and aware of this incarnation, spirit awakening. Good, good. This is like a reishi mushroom drink, root beer. I love it. Can you give an example? Of course, you can give an example. Yeah, positive. I'm doing ACIM this year and switching out my patterns. It says the world isn't real. Kassan just says he's a heavy REM sleeper. Yes, it's very true. Thank you, Joe. Well, he already knows. I shouldn't. We're just putting things together. We're just putting things. We're connecting, reconnecting things. I'm not teaching Joe anything. It's because it's already there. No, no. Just be healthy. Be as healthy as you can. Um, be balanced. You know, this idea of like toothpaste blocking your third eye so you can't see out of it. It's just not how it is. And you keep your body healthy. You um, don't don't do access into bad food or toxins, or stay away from as much as you can. Keep balanced, and you're fine. Like the third eye, the energetic bodies, they're energetic. Like the physical body has an effect on them, but at the end of the day, um, um, it's not going to just make or break you, if that makes sense. Now, if you are very, very unhealthy, it's not going to help. But I mean, a lot of mediums are unhealthy too, but they see and hear just fine. So, Karen, energy blocks trauma. Just know that it's a hard road. You'll leave out of here, as I can explain in the video. You'll leave out of here sometimes, or a day later, just feeling awful. Like I've gone through it myself. I've had like these days where it's like I feel like the scrub of the earth. Then I realize, oh yeah, I purify. It's gonna pass tomorrow, and it does. So yeah, yeah, and and if you can imagine, there's just like people don't want anything to do with that. It'll pass. For some of us, it takes longer than others. I still go through it. Hello, Caroline. Oh, we got 32 people here already. Although some folks quit. And also, too, those Enochian calls didn't help. I think they really spooked some people. I knew I knew I shouldn't have done that. It's like a pressure of, but it's also a good lesson for the rest of us, right? Now, people say they want more and more and more, but when you do, and giving more is too much, but when you do it anyway, it's, yeah, because you're giving some people too much, then it doesn't work for anyone's benefit. So, yeah. Even if they don't realize it, that's why they left. Everyone got quiet. And the trauma thing. No, not the Enochian calls. I don't want those. I'm not going to do those again unless someone really wants it. And you can order it from my Etsy store because I ain't doing them here. And if anyone's wondering what those are, the Enochian calls are a series of calls to legions of angels, except it's not the idea of how people imagine angels or the New Age look at them. So, Josephine McCarthy talks about angels that she works with for removing possessions in her book, and you'll see the same thing in the calls. Well, but not everyone's going to have the same experience, Sam, right? Because people have different issues. Anyway, I'm glad you loved it, though. They just see everything as a binary. They don't remove things in a nuanced way as when people are ready. They just see it and pull it out. That's why it's tough for people or too much. Anyway, you guys ready for us to get into the healing? Oh, absolutely, James. Thank you for coming. Did you watch my new video? Yeah, let's just do this. I mean, this Norito and call asking for purification, it's hard enough. All right, Leslie. So let's see what Leslie says. It could be, Leslie. It could be. As I explained in the video, that trauma, it distorts our views of the world because we see the world through the lens of that wound. So it controls us in different ways. And I talked about this on the podcast I did today a little bit. I was on another show. Um, think of it this way, guys. How many people have you known have a warped sense of relationships because they had one relationship that was really bad? And from there, they see every potential relationship in the future just from one relationship. And when you hear them out about the reasons why they're afraid to meet anyone else or interact with other people, they sound their views are objectively very illogical. So how many people have you met like that? It's a lot. It's at my Etsy store. It's up to you. The good thing about the Enochian calls is that I finish the calls with you, you could call those angels yourself and do the purification that yourself once a month or twice a month. Those people are crazy, but that's because they're seeing the world through the trauma of their wound. They can't help it because that the trauma is still there. And yes, absolutely, it's worse than when it's more than one. But all it takes is one. I've met people who've had one relationship, and for 8 years they never had one after that, and they have a really skilled look because they're thinking of what if happened last time happens again. But it doesn't have anything to do with new people. So anyway. So I'm going to read up about the kami. And when I talk about the kami in this work, I'm not using the word God or gods. Has anyone realized that? Then not in the way people in the West usually mean it too. Right? Kami aren't distant deities who sit on a throne and judge you. So in Shinto, and particularly old Shinto, the kami are primordial forces. Some people in Japan now, they maybe see kami as like abstract concepts because it's due to maybe cultural amnesia, but it's not like that at all. Kami are living, conscious patterns of purity, origin, and movement that exist throughout creation. Some are tied to nature, like wind, water, fire, or the mountains. Others are completely beyond form. You could say they're abstract in a sort of way. But they're not just symbolic, they each hold a unique signature that either resonates with you or pushes back, depending on the condition of your soul. So I'm going to say that again. They each hold a unique vibrational signature that either resonates with you or pushes back, depending on the condition of your soul. But it's not your fault usually. So that's why it's so important to align and clear and get past like this initial discomfort to really get to the good stuff. So they're not abstract ideals, they're real presences. And obviously, as you experience through these, you can feel them as we work. So, in deeper practice, the kami regulate a force called musubi, which is the binding or generative energy that flows through all spiritual creation. And it governs how things connect and separate, how energy heals, how it clings, how it releases. when I do these misogi purification rites, I'm not casting a spell or directing light or anything like that. Okay. It's so hard to get that across. Um, but I'm aligning with that principle of musubi, and I'm asking the kami to move. Um, but they don't do this because I asked. They don't act out of sympathy or good intentions. The kami respond to truth. They resonate with purity, sincerity, and alignment. And when something in your system is not aligned, or hiding, or festering, or clinging, they don't fix it. They expose it. They bring it to the surface so it can be released. So, in this kind of purification work, the kami function as gatekeepers, and here's what that means. First, they provide spiritual permission. So I don't send energy into people. No one should be doing that. No one should be doing that. Um, it's hard to get across, but no one should be doing that. I open a space and call the kami to enter. If the person isn't ready, or if there's deep trauma that hasn't been processed, or contracts still binding them to maybe pain, the kami may hold back. And this protects both me and the person. However, when there's trauma, and even if the person and the kami knows they're never going to come back, they still may decide to remove it because it's going to be the best thing for that person down the road, whether they can perceive it or not. So that's why I have people who come one time and never come again. It's usually they feel very uncomfortable. Of course, then in that case, it's all my fault. They blame it on me. But like I said, they have nothing to contextualize the experience. They might have done like some type of energy healing or breath work, and they get a high out of it. They don't have trauma released where they have to live through the trauma again. So they see healing as a certain way that is completely different than this process. So this isn't just a healing process, it's an unblocking. It's getting us back to our original state of brightness where we have extrasensory abilities. We can see and feel and connect with nature and perceive the forces around us like they did back in the olden days when people wrote about all these crazy things that they saw in the land and in caves and in palaces. But more people used to be able to see in the ancient times as opposed to now. So the kami help with energetic differentiation. And this is how I can tell if someone's pain is trauma rooted in their own nervous system or if it's something parasitic, a foreign presence that's attached to them. In either way, the kami make the truth visible. And even in these groups, even if I'm not looking, they make it visible for the person. And since no one ever gives me any feedback, I hardly know what's going on with them. So I can't give people good, proper explanations for what's going on in their case. And that's why I always urge people to say something, say hi, respond in the chat, message me, something so I can help them be more aware of their process. Because everyone's energetic bodies are different. And as far as releasing, the patterns are different too. So no two people are going to experience the same exact thing in any of these. And especially when they pay close attention. the work for everyone's different. And the kami don't force results. And what I do isn't done to fix. It's to create a sacred gate, so to say, and let the person walk through. And that's why I keep doing this, despite most people, trailing off. But the reactions people have, emotions rising up, dreams, old memories surfacing, that's not because of what I'm doing. It's because the kami are pulling forward what's been hidden. The pain or whatever else isn't new. It's just finally being seen or re-seen. So fourth, the kami are silent witnesses, so to speak, of truth. They don't respond to ego or flattery or performance. If someone approaches them carrying a false persona, spiritual pride, fear, avoidance, they may feel nothing in these, and the gate won't open because only what's ready passes through, if that makes sense. I would say 5% or 10% of the people that do these will say, well, I felt nothing. On closer inspection, maybe 6% of those will feel relaxed and not really understand that feeling relaxed is actually feeling something. And the other 4% is what I'm talking about. They're so kind of stiff that you can't get through. But this is also why I don't try to claim that I try not to claim that I could heal anyone. Like or that a modality or this can heal anyone from anything, because I perform purification, and if you're ready, the kami move through the opening and begin to work. So I want to get to the healing in just a second, but before that, I want to speak for a moment about Amaterasu, who should be the most widely known kami. But there are more shrines to Inari, the kami of commerce, of all things, of course, in Japan right now. But Amaterasu is the sun goddess. But that doesn't really begin to explain what or who she is. She is the force of divine illumination and the presence of clarity, radiance, and truth. She's like a light that makes shadows visible. And in Shinto myth, there's a point where she hides herself. And when she does, the world falls into chaos until she returns and life is restored. So in these esoteric terms I refer to so much, Amaterasu is not just a mythic figure. She's a presence you can feel when something long buried is brought to light and released. So many times when I'm doing this and someone has a moment of overwhelming clarity, when the grief breaks, when the fear lifts, it's her, or as a result from her intercession. So the quality of warmth, I know some of you feel warm when you're doing this. It's an undeniable presence, and that's that kami shining through. But just like any other kami too, she doesn't come because we ask. She comes when the space is pure enough to receive her, and when the false has been burned away and something honest is finally standing there in its place. So that's why this isn't belief and it's not a religion. I don't like to think of it that way, although people do. It's a resonance, and when we purify ourselves, even a little, the kami respond. And when we ask for that purification, they respond even more. Not because we're special, but because we're sincere. And the more sincere you are, and I've seen this, I've worked on at least a couple thousand people. whether it's once or a few times or a series of times through the year. And um, depending on their amount of sincerity, they get more out of it. I've noticed more things happen and they experience more. Um, so, if you've ever wondered why this feels so different from other forms of energy work, it's because I'm not the one doing the healing. I'm just opening the door, and the kami decide what comes through. So, or what to remove, or what needs to be removed when they can. So, anyway, that was a lot. Oh wow, there's a lot of people here. I got too lost in my. Let me see what everyone says. We're going to start the healing. Yeah. So any of these um, spiritual figures who who don't talk about purification, who are talking about DNA activation or channeling and putting stuff in their energetic body or wanting to put stuff in your energetic body, automatically assume what they're doing, whether the person who is involved in it or not, is nefarious, because it is. Like the idea is to remove everything so you're not blocked anymore. I'm just trying to catch up with everyone's comments. I know that there may be a time where I'm not going to be able to catch up with any comments at all. That I control what enters and what does not, and I'm grateful for life. Great, Dolzy. Fall into that 6%. Well, it's okay. Just keep it up. It'll open up. Remember how when you first started, there was nothing there, right? Let's see. The words just sound like sounds. Well, I have translation. I have translations posted. Fear has lifted. Sometimes I get tingling in my feet. Yeah, as we purify and make more room in our energetic body, even more can be pure. Even more can be. I was ambivalent about the value of spell casting before, but now I'm learning a lot more towards at least 98% of it being unwise or a waste. Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, it's not. So it's not a belief or reason, but a resonance that is deep. Yeah. So in my beginning of my book, I talk about the book being not a book of beliefs; it's a book of encounters. I'm working on it. I say her name. And do you think that's helping you, Spidey? Yes, it does impact external reality. So I hope that helped. Oh yeah, keep cool. All right. Inserting parasites and implants. Yeah. What about if somebody's activating your? I don't know what Merkaba is, but if someone's doing something and activating it, it's not necessary. You know, everything's already activated. It's just we need to be able to access it. Just like I was able to access this. As we do these, I'm telling people how to do this too. It might not turn out the same way, but it will turn out a way, and it will be um, extra century. It's worth it. It's hard, but it's worth it. The book is long. I'm going as fast as I can. I might put a short version out so people can just do the practice. You're welcome. Will of light, heart space, and the energy is to. Oh, who is the leader? That doesn't sound. Yeah, it can't hurt. So symbolically, what does that sound like, James? You have to kiss their feet? Yeah, forget that. That's not. That's not. Um, the commie wouldn't work through that. Let's just say. I mean, like I'm like 99%. I'm um, I'm 99% sure that the chakras aren't even natural. So Kathy decided to relax. Okay, guys, I've been talking for a long time now. So you ready to get started with the purification or the healing? So if you want to read more about Shinto on a traditional level, you can get this book. It's called The Essence of Shinto. I had to check this out on the library for one of my reports. If you don't know anything about it, this is pretty good because it talks about it pretty thoroughly, and it does explain some esoteric practices regarding it. Yeah, it talks about Ganden Gasho, and yeah, Goten Gusho. It talks about Yamakage Shinto, and I do recommend it. The Awakening of the Yep. And some of those rights will be in my book too, but let's not do those until I'm done. So what are chakras? Long that's a long story. Um, the podcast I was on, I really enjoyed it. The Through a Glass Darkly. The people who are taking part of it they're academic. They're very intelligent people. The host of it went to Harvard and Stanford. So these aren't dummies. They know a lot of stuff. And I I will listen to I do listen to what they have to say. Or I will when I interact with more of the guests that he's had on his show. It's like completely different than the other show I was on. Yeah, and Through a Glass Darkly, it's called this podcast. I could give you a link to his show. No, but he has people through government, and it's quite good. I'll put the link, and then we'll get started. The shit's not on. He recorded it. It's a recorded cast. But let me see. So why are more people here for my talking and not the purification? Yeah, you do not. Good stuff, Dolzy. He went to Stanford and Harvard. Really smart guy, and he has some really good. And his guests know their stuff, like I stuff that I may have not dismissed before, but maybe not have um, take it maybe taken it seriously when I see what they because of how they speak and how they explain things. I can kind of see like, okay, maybe there's something a little bit more to it. It might not be exactly, however, it's still good stuff. They know way more than New Age people. And what's interesting is they see everything through a very rational academic lens. So they're quite balanced in their assessments, which is what I really liked about some of the stuff. I mean, of course, not all of his guests are like that, but he doesn't put anyone on. Right? They have to actually be doing something. He's not as interested in people because they've written a book or, um, yeah. Let me see. Let me get it for you. Then we'll start. This is just based on what I've seen so far, and of course, I had picked out the episodes that I wanted. So I'm out wise guru. I'm on a roll. You do have a lot of good info. Thank you. Well, so everyone here has seen my video explaining how trauma works and how it releases, right? And how it messes up our perception. I also think why some of these like super spiritual young girls only do one of these and they never come back because a lot of them have gone through so much trauma and they go into whatever they're doing, whether it's yoga or ET stuff or Reiki, because because it's part of their healing process. Although it's just putting a band-aid on a large wound that needs stitches. Um, and when something like this might hit them, guys too, they don't come back. It's too much. It's hard to bear, and it's harder to bear for some more than others. However, if you've made it this far, and you continue and you do some of the work yourself, I'll have a couple weeks to work on the book. I will. Okay, let's get started. TT's getting sleepy now. Is everyone ready? Well, there's something doing people with these huge egos. It's usually something doing that to them, unfortunately. Um, it Anyway, no more talking. Here we go. Amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari tsukiyomitsu mi oyano kami no ikke no omo tsuki ni suzurite kagami no koto shi tsukiyomitsu mi oyano kami no ikke no omo tsuki ni suzurite kagami no koto shi Taka amahari ni kamazamarimasu. Kamarogi. Kamaromi no mikoto moshite. Sumemi oyakame. Izanagi no kami. Tsukushi no himaka no tachibana no odo no aogigahara ni misogi. Harai. Tamaishi. Toki ni aremaseru. Harai dono o kami tachi. Monomono no maga koto tsumi kairio. Harai tamai kia metamai to masu koto no yoshio. Amatsukami, Kunitsukami, Yao, Yorizu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshi mesato. Kashikomi, Kashikomi, Momasu. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamarogi, Kamaromi no mikoto moshite. Sumemi, Oyakamu, Izanagi no kami, Tsukushi no himaka no tachibana no オードの仰ぎがあるに、みそぎ、払い、たまいし、時にありませる。払いどの狼たち、もろもろの間がごとつみ返りよ。払いたまい、清めたまいと回すことのよしよ。あまつかみ、くにつかみ、やお、よりずの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみも回す。たかあまはりにかむずまります。かむろうき、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひむくの立ちばねのおどのあぎがはるに、みそぎ、払い、たまいし、時にあれませる。払いどのお神たち、もろもろのまがことつみがえりよ。払いたまい、清めたまいと、回すことのよしよ。あまつ神、くにつ神、やお、よりずの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみも回す。どうその神、あまてらします。すみみ神の身胸を伝えて教え導きのたまわけ。人はすなわち神とのもとの主であり、何時らの真知の痛ましむることなかれ。この家に目に諸々の風情を見て、心に諸々の風情を見ず、耳に諸々の風情を聞いて、心に諸々の風情を聞かず、口に諸々の風情を言って、心に諸々の風情を言わず、身に諸々の風情に触れて、心に諸々の風情に触れず、心に諸々の風情を思とも、中心に諸々の風情を思わず、この時に清く潔きことある。諸々のノリは影と形のことし、清ければ汚れることなし。ことをとらば、うべからず、皆花よりずの身となる。我が身はすなわち六根処女なり。六根処女なるがゆえに、ごぞの真君兄なり。ごぞの真君兄なるが、ゆえに天地の神と男なり。天地の神と男なるが、ゆえに万物の霊同体なり。万物の霊同体なるが、ゆえになすところ願って成就せずということなし。無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無休、名運優勝、神奈川列、払いたまい、清めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまい、高めの腹にかむずまります。すめ神たち、いやわらしたも、特殊の水の宝持ちて、あまてる国てるひけあめのほあかりくしたまねぎはやひのみことに静けたもこと教えてのたまわけ今しこの水の宝持ちて中つくににあま下りあうひとぐさ沈め収めよあうひとぐさおよびよりずのものの病のことあらば神宝を持ちて見下いた沈みに起きて、見た目沈みの祭りを、なして水の宝を振るべ、そのかむほぎの言葉に曰く、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよ、いむなやこと、二のと古べいらいら、各祈りせばまかれともさらに避難としとも。雨の神の実を闇ことのりかけてまいて、雨の岩、船に乗りて、
河内の国の川上の光る画面に天下りましまして、大和の国、引きの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして、月祭りとも名付けて、磯の神のお神と申し立て祭り、よよ神宝持ちて、よりずの者のために、筆火の神ごと持ちて、つかすなしとみえの筆の御霊の神と、敬い立て祭り、せめみことおむらじおとどその神と聞きを持ちて、いつきに使い祭りとも、物のべの神のやしろあみがした。よりずの物のたごいなりでもと神宝はいわゆる、おきつ鏡、平つ鏡、やつくの剣、いくたまたるたま、まかるかいしろたま、ちいかいしろたま、わろちのはちのキスギスのもののひで、さらに時すの神、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよ、いむなやこと、にのとふるべ、いらといら、かしたてまつることのよしをもちて、平らきくきこしめせと、命でがく、子孫はね、時はかきわに、あまりたまい、先はいたまい、かじたてまつり、人生寿命、死にきかじ。Everyone breathe, relax. と神、意味たも、看言心、そにかだけ、払いたまい、清めたも。Breathe, deep breaths. Let the energies work. Taka amahari ni kamuzumarimasu. Kamurogi, kamurami no mikoto moshite. Sememi oyekame. Izanagi no kami tsukushi no himuka no tachibana no odo no awagigahara ni misogi harai tamaishi toki ni aremaseru. Haraido no o kami tachi. Moromoro no maga goto tsumi kairyo. Harai tamai kiyame tamai to ますことのよしを、あまつ神、くにつ神、やよりずの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみもまおす。たかあまはりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひむかの立花のおどのあわぎがはるに、みそき、はらい、たまいし、ときに、ありませる。はらいどの、お神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかいりょ。はらいたまい、きよめたまいとまうすことのよしよ。あまつ神、くにつ神。やお、よりずの神たちともに引っ越します。 kashikomi, kashikomi, momosu. Kan nagara tamachiyamase. Kan nagara tamachiyamase. Kan nagara tamachiyamase. All right, everyone, how was that? First one, we're going to do another one. Wow, we have 48 people here. I guess that's what happens when you start explaining things better. More people show up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and turn on notifications. And also, this is a good time, I think, to perhaps urge you guys to sign up for a one-on-one session. I offer them on my webpage. The link is below to the sign up. They're only $60. It helps me out, and we're able to go a bit deeper. Jade helps me, and we are able to hold the space and go deep. So please do that. Yeah, it's a bit more integrative, or it's deeper-ish. Those of who have been to those, yeah, hit the like button here, please, and hit the like button on the video I uploaded today so more people see it. And yeah, sign up. Like for the rest of the week, I am completely free. There hasn't been anyone yet. And I try to be as accessible to anyone. That's why it's not expensive. On someone's podcast live today, the princess of the daughter of Palladians was on. And when you look on her website, she charges $300 for absolutely nothing. And people give it to her to get fake, not even real channeled messages, fake ones. So anything you can do to support, even if it's a few dollar donations, it makes a big difference and helps a ton. Yeah, exactly. Also, we have a Discord. You can jump in and chat anytime. We're very active on there, or we try to be. Let me give you the link for that. Although there's people who join and don't say anything, that's all right. Let me see. Where is the link? Called Magic and Metaphysics. Hope the name doesn't scare anyone. Where is invite people? Copy. Yeah, those are archonic. Those are archons. Archons. I've heard them both called, but we'll get the rest, Lydia. So they look like jellyfish or octopuses or scorpions. So if you're perceiving those and they're being pulled out, that's what they are. And obviously you don't want them there. You've got silver swag. Mineral baths are great. And Lydia, FY, everyone has those implants, or most people do, rather. Most people just can't perceive them. And obviously, the people who've been coming here for a while, we might likely got to those already. It's really awful, to be honest. I wish things weren't as they are. Yeah, what Jay just said. So the link to set up an appointment is in my bio. I do hope people do it for the week. We also do a Reiki attunement removal. We did one today. It was the only session. And all right, thank you, Leslie. Got one person. Cool. Thank you so much. Any other takers tonight? We have my program is coming up in 21 days, and I am in a bind to be able to pay for it. I owe $2,600 more on it. I paid another $100 today, and I have to do it. It's very important that I do. So I'm gonna put my paintings for sale and some other of my stuff, everything I can. So well, I'm not in a slump. I just have a lot of homework and stuff. We're gonna do one more healing, guys. FYI. But I'm gonna talk to you a little bit first. There's no school tomorrow, so I can. They'll turn me down if I don't pay. They're like, make sure you get your whole payment in before you come up. So tell them, tell who? Maybe I'm lost what you're saying, Swag. Who else? Path hosting. It's not a magic school. It's a regular college. It's $60. $60 cheap, accessible to anyone. No, it's not a magic school. Like, I have nothing to learn from any of those magic schools. No, that's not true. I'm sure someone in one of them can teach me something. Thank you, Purple Cloud. No, I'm not going to start one. Dude, to do this, there's only like 3 things that you do. You come to these, you do your own purification, and you do your own like visualization practices. And that's it. I mean, it'd be the most boring school in the world. And I teach you how to interact with nature spirits, I guess. But it's very simple. I see. Swag. No, it's not a Shinto retreat. Maybe it will be soon. The privates are a group on steroids. Thank you. Have some vision. You never watched Harry Potter. I have. I'm probably going to watch the series too. Look, I do oil painting, Emily, but I haven't done anything in quite a while. But if I want to do that, I'll just teach at college, Jade. I could get a PhD and just stay here in Irvine. It's not a bad school to work at. They take me as a candidate. The professors like me a lot. And I could teach like esoteric Shinto history. I could have a class once a year. People would do it. They went through so many auditions for the new show. Mother. Hundreds of thousands. Like, how do you narrow that down? So you do have lots of degrees, and I have a few. Oh yeah, swag. Cool. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely worse places to live and work, I guess. But we'll see. We're going to do one more healing. There's a lot of people here pretty consistently tonight. That's the thing. People here, like the numbers are going up slowly, but the consistency steadies out with the slowly growing numbers, which is kind of cool. I love yourself first. Are you do? And how'd you find us? Dolzy, the host of like the show I was on today was talking to me about the same exact thing. How owls show up to him and he could get close to them, and hummingbirds. And he's like, why is that? He was asking, why is that? And I was telling him, like, there's people that come to my group. They get the hummingbirds and owl things all the time. It's like Chris and his wife, for example. Oh, you had to change your account. Oh, okay. Tiny Mira. Oh, Chris, you think you really do you think to really advance taking? Let me see. Taking the David Gorgon's approach, where he does physically, is how we have to approach them. No, no, you don't have to do all that stuff. Being a little flexible helps. Being in good shape helps. I recommend that. But I think someone told me that has some experience that like once in a while he'll like he's ran into people that are basically in a wheelchair and all, messed up, that who push a lot of energy. and he would not mess with them. So I think it helps, especially when it comes to mindset and being able to be balanced. But it's not the end all be all like the physicality stuff. It helps with discipline. It helps with drive and learning how the energy of the body works. But there's other ways than just having to rely and do that. Cats. Jason, that's funny. Cats are attracted to me too. The opposite effect? I'm not sure what you mean. Cool, Chris. He was saying ravens too. Ravens, owls, and hummingbirds. I feel grounded because there's grounding meditations. Hmm. Gratitude is very powerful. Absolutely. The kami respond to that. Great sage. Kami traits. um, ask Michio. Ask Purple Cloud. Yeah, a hummingbird. I think he would like to hear that. But when you hear the episode, does he? Did we talk about that? We talked a bit. I'm not recording too because he had some questions about his experiences. Um, Black cats. About what Swag 2000 asked. He asked you. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I don't know what I want to be called. Housefly mistake for hummingbird. No. Hummingbird followed 2 blocks down and brought wife and had babies and stayed with me for 5 years. Wow. Until I moved away. Oh, the poor guy probably misses you, Dolzy. Didn't know where you went. He got sad. Have I seen the videos of people telling the fruit trees? No, I haven't seen that, but I teach people how to connect with trees and nature and the earth and stuff. I know how to do that and connect people to that. All right, so I have one person sign up for an appointment. Anyone else taking the plunge tonight? 43 on board. It's growing very, very slowly. I hope so, Dolzy. That's a really nice story. I think that Sean, the host of that show, would really love to hear that. I would have told him, but who had a rough couple of weeks? Oh, yeah, they get better though, right? I hear you, R2. It's okay. I think that tis past purple cloud. um um I don't think I'm very convincing when I'm trying to sell these sessions. They are worth it. Um Oh yeah, you do have a credit. Yeah, I could put you in tomorrow. I could put you in whenever, R2. Just let me know. I will plug you into the schedule. No, subs got mad and stormed out. So what I want to say about that. You still pending for today? Did you book something? CRC? I'm not sure. I might have forgot. Or I might not put you in. I gotta plug you into the schedule, right? Or are you Lena? I knew you. Wait. No, Crazer, a different Lena. Yeah, I knew it. How are you right now, Crazer, Lena? Lena the Unicorn. Wow, John, thanks for saying that. That's very inspirational. But it's talking, right? I'm moving power, or I'm moving energy. That's power, rather. So people don't know what to make of it. So it'll take longer, I think. I've been doing this for some time now, although I've only been here on YouTube for what? How long, Spidey? How long have we been doing this on here? You were here right at the beginning. Since it, I guess. Oh gosh. Uh, Stable with some stuff. Okay. I want to give you some stability for a while. So I want to make sure that we don't trigger anything else. So you have some healing time before we go and do more. About November. 6 months? I've been here doing these for 6 months. 8 months. I explained that in the video, Jason. Did you watch my video I uploaded today? Oh yeah, well never mind. Now I feel awful again. I mean, 42 people in 6 months. This is obviously a marathon. 44. Still good, but dang. It is to respond. Are you talking about triggers for this during the working or different triggers? Because yeah, triggers usually happen through trauma. So we experience those when we carry that around as we are seeing the world through those wounds, and therefore we become triggered by so whatever triggers us. Do I have a favorite Pokemon? No, I don't have a favorite Pokemon. Maybe Michio is a Pokemon fan. You think we're doing well here, Swag? Oh, it's the it's the physical body and the energetic body. Absolutely. You know. You do streams on Twitch for years and don't get 40 people. Oh. What kind of do you play games on Twitch, Swag, or what do you do on there? I don't believe in universal test. I just see things as a shit show that everyone has to deal with. There's no test. I'm testing us. More like have people having to get through stuff. I lost like 5 people for saying that. They got lost 7 people. I mean, it's like saying anything against the universe is against some people's religion. Maybe it's just getting late. I wanted to do one more healing, but maybe we should stop now. I see, Swag. Well, thank you. Yeah, you're probably right, R2. It's very late. But around the world, there's different time. We're in different time zones. home. Anyway. Oh, you're in the Netherlands. Yeah, the world exactly are too. Life is but a dream. Hmm. All right, any questions? I think I'm getting super tired, and it was just a lot. I know it was just a lot of talking today, but I've really felt that I needed to clarify stuff, especially as I get more people for the long haul that really want to do like serious work and see where it leads. Um, I oh, well, I feel like I should explain things better, and also try to explain things for new people. People through the years have they just fallen off because the trauma thing. It's a lot. So yeah, for sure. You know. Yeah, I feel that way too, Swag. Absolutely. So that's why I did a lot of that. And I think you're right. But as you see, it went on for a long time. Since it went on for a long time, um, I'm tired. And my throat is kind of dry. So doing the Nordito will be quite a lot. Does anyone have any questions? I don't mind like just hanging out here for a few minutes and talking to you guys. But as like right now, another healing, I don't think I have it in me right now. I just put my feet up and talk and answer any of your questions if you have any. I know you guys always do. I gave you a lot of information. I want to answer some of your questions. And also, does anyone have any more podcast suggestions in which I could email the host and see if I could be on the show? We'll write them again, Spidey. If they're bad questions, I won't answer. I'll just pretend. I'll just kind of skip them over. So make sure they're good questions. Yeah. Almost 2 hours. Alpha Vidic and Crow 777. What's that? Channels? Oh. Okay. Let me see. Alpha. Yeah, I'll do one more, but give me a second. It'll be a short one. That's up to the host. It's not my show, so the host edits or gets them together, then uploads it. The So I have the Occult of Personality podcast coming, and I have um, um, the Through Glass Darkly one coming. Let's see, Biochrisma. I definitely will drop it in the Discord. Does everyone have the Discord link? Are you on the Discord? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. How do energetic signatures work? Do they change, or is a question? Do they change, or it stays the same for a person? It depends how deeply they are tangled within the energetic bodies. Things are easier to pull out of some people because they're not as embedded than others. Some people, when it comes to pulling things out, it could seem or sometimes comes across as impossible to be removed. Although it is possible, it's very tough. So yeah, they could be changed, and they could be removed. And also too, if people are in the right place in their life, they're able to heal themselves that way. And whatever it is can become undone. But sometimes it can be near impossible to do it that way. So, I don't have a filter. Yeah. I was looking at some like bigger new age podcast, and some of the stuff the hosts say. It's like, oh yeah, there's no way I could do this show without really upsetting them and them not even putting the show on. It's not out. He has to edit it first, Lena. Linking and community post on YouTube. What community post? YouTube has community post. Wellness and Wisdom podcast. Okay. At this point, it's not going to be different for you, R2. Discord is like a chat server where you could form like your own community. So I hope that answers that question. But oh yeah, so calling on the sun's energy, having a gatekeeper to regulate and manage the flow, um, makes it different. So you actually use the energy first of all, and you can use it so it's not harmful. Yeah. Anyone else? Here, let me get the Discord link. Why do men have nipples? I don't know. Because I think it has something to do with ask Maurice. He knows. If he's still here. Mm-hmm. So also, if you haven't liked, seen, or commented on my new video, please do that because it helps people. New videos that get a lot of traction helps other videos get seen. So it's quite important. If you so. Yeah, I've only have 20 views on it, 8 comments, which is good. But anyway. I was going to say that, Big Mo, but because we largely default to female in the womb. But you have more authority than I do on that. But although I think Jay's answer is better. No, they're both good. If we're going to use the deity, you don't. Yeah, that's a difficult question. You can sing Amaterasu now, but what do you mean, R2? Yes, Mandy. The people around you will react to your purification. Yep. For better or for worse. Egyptian energy. Yeah, that's from this too. I do a lot. Palm reading. Palm reading's a thing. People can do that. I can't. I mean, I don't try. You don't know the rest by heart. You'll know the rest. You'll learn the rest. Just give it time. Any does any Does anyone have any more suggestions on how we could grow this channel? Like Jonas, he was on that one podcast and all of his bookings just completely filled up. For like months. I'm like, oh man. And he doesn't do 1 or 2 a day. He does like 6 or 7 or 8. Same price as I have. If you haven't booked one, please do. The results are good. I haven't looked at the Wellness and Wisdom podcast. I will later. I'm trying to get on. I'm still waiting for the reply. Wisdom from the North. That would be huge if I got on there. Wisdom from North, rather. Ugh, super soldier stuff. That's, yeah. I wish some of that would go away. I wish some of the super soldiers would go away. I mean, they have themselves made up like they're Captain America or something. It's like, dude. It's like you've never been enough to a fight in your life. You're probably not even a good marksman. I used to have a meetup page and it didn't work that well. Paul check. I'll put that one. Okay, that's on my list. Good night, John. I'll be here for. I want to sleep. It's a real thing. Go look. I know that remote viewing is a real thing, but they are not Captain America. They're not even. What's his name? They're not even a Sam Wilson. Oh. Are super soldiers perpetual victims, Jason? I don't get it. I'm lost. I'm amazed that there are 43 people here and I'm sitting here talking about nothing right now. Super soldiers are victims 100. I'm so confused. I knew. I've actually tried to cheat. I've been trying to teach a remote viewer to be able to use her abilities better, but she's so stuck and engulfed in that world. Although she would do better doing stuff like this. I don't know. What enlighten me? Can someone explain the super soldier program to me? The only thing I know about that is like some dude coming to some small convention that I was a part of, and him acting like he was channeling AI and telling people that the AI can destroy them if it wanted to through him. Apparently, he taught Bushido too, Bullshido rather. And so, yeah, please enlighten me. What is the super soldier manifesto? It's people who think been 20 and back in time travel. Yeah, okay, I don't get that. I don't understand what you said at all. So, they use psychics in the military. I think they used more in the past than they do now, Jade. I think that things have become so diluted and it's so dismissed. It's more dismissed now that it's fallen off. I think some of that it's still used in parts, but I think it used to be a lot more. Start with the tailored and gifted programs in school. I wasn't in any of those programs. They take you for 20 years and put you back when they took you? Huh? These old guys test your blood with what looks like a diabetes blood sugar reader, but actually measures your metachlorian count. If it's high, they take you for your family. I thought anyone could be a Jedi now. It's according to the new movies. You don't have to be a Skywalker to travel. They take you and tell you who to get, like Star Wars. Let me see. They are sleepers who are cloned. Some were targeted in the talented and gifted programs. They travel the galaxy. I do that. But but they have multiple lies that they remember and they are used in armies to kill. Okay. None of the people I've seen. They use Tech Dog with psionics. Like, dude. Max Spires was a legit super soldier case and was killed some years ago. Since then, many have come out and claimed the same stories. Military and EP programs recruiting both on physical and astral. I haven't seen any evidence of that. Not saying that it's not true, but I'm just saying I haven't seen any evidence. They've never tried to recruit me. They just mess with me. So, yeah. Oh, their memories are always wiped and they find out through regression that doesn't work. Okay. Michael Pence. You're all special. Yeah, there you go, Spidey. The super soldiers are people deceived by these ET parasites that have taken through your mind. There you go. Absolutely. I know you're making a Star Wars joke. That's why I found it funny. You know, there'd be some like person out there, and one of these it'd be like, yeah, their metachlorian count. Um, and not know what you're talking about. I did one of Shaman Derek's. Was meant to go do it, and I went workshops once, and you know he can move a little bit of energy, and he was having people do stuff to their partner, and I just did my thing. I wasn't doing his to help, and one of the girls got really trauma came up a lot. But the other one I was able to help with her back, his assistant. And the other goes, like, he's speaking and I don't understand what he's saying. He's speaking in, I go, well, it's Japanese. And he goes, why are you doing that? I said, Japanese operates at a higher vibrational frequency than other stuff. And then she asked, and he goes, oh yeah, that's true. Like he knew that. Although it's sort of true, but I did kind of said that. Sounds crazy, but be careful what you're not willing to believe. Absolutely. I'll have to see what the deal is with some of these. I do think a lot of them. I know remote villain's real because I could do it and Jade can. But and other people can. Although mine has been dulled quite a bit. But some of the other stuff, I don't know. Like in the old days, people that were able to assassinate others with metaphysics were called warlocks and witches and things like that. And if the person's powerful enough, they can do it. And they have remote vision and they can do spells and magic as potent as this that actually hurts people instead of clears them. Did you hear all that? Or I just want to make sure you all can hear me. No, there are 0 military bases on Mars and the Moon. I was just taught. Yeah, that came up with the guy today. And we were like, yeah, there's no way. No, there's no military bases on the Moon. There's people who think there are because that's what they're able to perceive. It's a trick. But no, the guy, he's an engineer. There's a real secret space program, but there's no bases on the Moon and Mars. I can tell you that. I wish there was. I'd go there. To ritual abuse. Well, I mean, what did I say? It causes trauma, right? And trauma distorts your perception. On Mars, no, I don't think so. I mean, I can't say that definitively because um, in the scale of time, there could have been something there. I know there's been other things here, so I can't say that definitively. But as of right now, like physical civilizations and moon bases, it's just not there. Remote view of the moon, try it sometimes. Okay, there's the projection of it, and there's what it actually is, which is basically the same in the picture. However, there's an unseen aspect to it that you can perceive. But as far as seeing anything beyond that, as far as physical constructs, it's a projection show to people with abilities that leads them into the wrong direction so they don't learn about removing things and purification. and makes them obsess over things like these projections of things like there being a base on the moon or the Illuminati controlling every single thing in the world, right? Even if they did, even if those things were true, it wouldn't really actually matter. It wouldn't, and would make no difference either way in anyone or any of your lives or anyone here's life. You can maybe launch into a big exposition again. Right? But yeah, stop giving bad stuff your energy. Maybe not bombs. Uh, yeah, just like Christians don't trust the commie. They don't trust the commie because they don't see them as physical agents. And Christians just think that there are two types of spirits. Then they go out ghost hunting. Almost everything you see on TV is fake. Almost. Imagination can be good and bad, right? Yeah, I love this. Oh, I love this. And so yeah, but people ask me a lot about um, um, hmm, oh, um, I will check those out. Ghost hunting usually gets traumatized, though some of it is real. Yeah, absolutely. Some of it's real, and some of the shows are better than others. So yeah, not all of them are fake. you can't ignore it. But what research? And you mean secret space programs and Illuminati, or if he's a channeler, I'm probably not going to like it. Black budget government projects. There's some of that, but it's not. And people spend too much time arguing about this stuff, and or about the Illuminati being real, or if there's a secret space program controlling everything behind the scenes. But again, here's the thing, it doesn't matter. Not in terms of your daily life or your mental health or your actual freedom. It's like whether those things are real or not, it has no impact on whether you're fulfilled, or whether you have peace, or whether your relationships are healthy. I would say, on the contrary, people who obsess with that stuff normally don't have the best relationships with other people, right? It's a distraction. It gives people a sense of meaning or urgency sometimes, but it also keeps them stuck in fear and hopelessness because they're chasing shadows they can't really get close to, while they ignore the parts of their own life they can actually change. So, like, I want to kind of urge people to ask themselves if knowing more about secret programs help them sleep at night, or make them kinder, or help them deal with anxiety or their past or their relationships. Probably not, and that's the point. So, most of the time, these ideas don't empower people. They keep them externally focused and overwhelmed and emotionally reactive. And that's not awakening. They're not awakening to greater truths or greater perceptions, or what's actually possible. And they're being blindsided too. Like the stuff that I'm dealing with, and what Jade is now too, it has nothing to do with any of this stuff. Right, Jade? It's like this stuff is so far removed from what's messing with people on a day-to-day basis that that it's not even in our orbit to even have to engage with it, or even get any need to. So, yeah. I don't know. But no, the obsession with like secret power structures, they come from the same place as religious fear, and the belief that there's something bigger than you pulling the strings and you're powerless to stop with. And that belief is the real trap. Right? I'm not saying either these things aren't interesting. They are, but they're also distractions. And they pull you out of yourself, because the most dangerous deception is the one that tells you to keep looking out there for the cause of your pain, when the real answer that'll change your life is the one in here. So you don't need to decode the elite or the cabal. You just purify. To purify, because when your spirit is cloudy, even the truth will look like a lie. Just You like that explanation, Chris? Jade, yeah, what Jade says, it's hard to talk to anyone about anything anymore. It's like I've seen too much. I've seen too much. I've seen too much. You've missed me. Someone clip it. That was fire. What I said was fire? I don't want to make any clips. I want to go to sleep. I just need... It was good. And like, most people aren't even going to see the show. And I can't go on any of these podcasts and say that. People will think I'm like James Randi or something. We're trying to be. But of course, he just says none of those things exist. I'm saying that it doesn't matter. And it's the... Yeah. I feel like I'm ranting a little bit. I mean, people are still here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And please, Cash sounds like, yeah, I'm just going to rely into the purification part. A secret space program. Man. So yeah, it's like, even with that, you have to You still have to deal with your own mind and body and relationships and work, and even more so your inner world. And if you think knowing these secrets will somehow set you free or help wake other people up, I guess that's another thing I've heard. You might want to ask yourself why you're reaching for them in the first place. Because most people get caught up in things like the secret space program narratives, aren't feeling powerful in their own lives. From what I've seen, they're overwhelmed and they're trying to make sense of chaos, and they latch on to these grand external dramas because that's what they are. It's almost like the WWF or WWE, and I'll get to that in a second. But these they attach to these external dramas to give their own pain or lack of self-worth context. But that doesn't mean it's healing, and they don't even really talk about it, right? It just makes it more elaborate. And the worst part of it all is that none of these stories come with any they never come with any solutions. They're just more stories on top of stories, and like more secret names and more invisible enemies. And although I mean that's what I'm doing too, but but I will tell you guys, it's it's enemy with no beginning and no end. What am I saying? It's not invisible. I could see him. Anyway, yeah, I don't recommend spending your life chasing rumors about galactic councils or repressed alien technology, or um, it's better to deal with what you perceive on an immediate basis almost. Anyway, I have nothing left on the subject. That's all I have. But I do want to say also too, like most of what gets marked as disclosure is just entertainment with a spiritual paint job. That's fine if you see it for what it is, but if you let it replace real growth, it's just a distraction. So yeah, just stories upon stories upon stories. There are cosmic things that we have to deal with and interact with, but it's different. It's completely different than what they say, and I wouldn't even call it necessarily cosmic. I would just say interdimensional. So secret Shinto program, yeah. hmm Even if it's real, ignore it. Yeah, absolutely. It's like a cartoon. Yep. Yep, Jason. Exactly. So, anyway, any more questions, guys? Or are we done tonight? I like how the audience tonight is well retained. It's like been over 40 the whole time, which is pretty cool. But also, too, it kind of bugs me also because the real, what I see is the most impressive is the actual clearings. At the end of the day, if I was just talking, I would just be another guy just talking. I would have more followers, more people would come to my sessions if I was just on a show or creating one and just talking. But I'm obviously not doing that. It's odd. Hi, Monica. Did you do the clearing yet, or did you not do it? See, this is what I mean. No, not yet. So I guess I have to do another one. You promise you won't quit after the midway through it or halfway through it. It's very strong, which is why, coincident, most people are here. They're here for that. You scared me like 5 minutes ago. Wow. Be sure you like and subscribe. So basically, this is normally like I'm talking more than usual tonight for some reason. Just because, and the reason being is because part of this, this clearing work, it brings up, I just made a video about it. It brings up trauma. And because it brings up trauma, it has to process. It has to process when um, the people are confronted with it or it's processing. I'm getting tired too. So when people process trauma, they have to relive it over so it could release. A lot of people are fine having this structure up where they are protecting themselves. They have that trauma buried inside. But the problem with trauma is if we carry it, we view the world through that lens or through the lens of a wound. Does that make sense? Oh, you saw my video about trauma. Perfect. So I don't have to explain again. So would you guys like to do another clearing tonight? We'll do one more quick one. And then it served its purpose. And please comment on the video. Please, it helps build the channel. Subscribe. Oh, 783. We are almost to 800. Okay, so for this, you're going to lie down, relax, and breathe. You're going to hear me speak some Japanese. Pay attention to what's going on in your body. Pay attention to your thoughts. And this can be very strong. Trauma might come up. If you're in pain anywhere, let your mind drift to that pain, and it will be taken care of, or possibly be taken care of. Like I said, this is very strong. It doesn't just do emotional stuff. It does a lot more. Is everyone ready? I will be silent for a bit while I'm doing it, but just let the energy keep working. And please, guys, if you feel so obliged to, I do these little donations. Look on the bottom of the screen. I have an Amazon wish list. But also, too, please sign up for a one-on-one lesson or session. Those support the most. I need to pay for my program this summer, and it starts in 20 days, and I have to have everything in by then. So I probably need about 30 more sessions to be able to do that. They are worth it. They're only $60, and we're able to go deeper. Here we go. Amaterasu me oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu me oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu me oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari Taka amahari ni kamazamarimasu. Kamaroki, kamaromi no mikotomoshite. Shime mi oyakama. Izanagi no kami tsukushi no himaka no tachibana no odo no awagigahara ni misoki harai tamaishi toki ni are maseru. Harai do no o kami tachi moromoro no maka goto tsumi kairyo. Harai tamai kiyomi tamai to mausakoto no yoshio. Amatsukami, Kunitsukami, Yao, Yodezu no kami tachito mani hikoshi masato. Kashikomi, kashikomi, momausa. Taka amahari ni kamazamarimasu. Kamaroki, kamaromi no mikoto moshite. Sumemi, oyakama. Izanagi no okami, tsukushi no himaka no tachibana no odo no awagikahara ni misoki, harai, tamaishi, toki ni are maseru. Harai do no o kami tachi, moromoro no maga goto tsubi kairyo. Harai tabai kiyobi tabai toba sakoto yoshio. Amatsukami, kunitsukami, yao, yodezu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshimasu. Kashikomi, kashikomi, momausa. Taka amahari ni kamazamarimasu. Kamaroki, kamaromi no mikoto moshite. Sumemi, oyakama. Izanagi no okami, tsukushi no himaka no tachibana no odo no awagigahara ni misogi, harai, tamaishi, toki ni are maseru. Harai do no okami tachi, moromoro, maga goto tsumi kairyo. Harai tamai kiyomi tamai to mausakoto no yoshio. Amatsukami, kunitsukami, yao, yodezu no kami tachito mori hikoshimasu. かしこみもまおす。どうすの神、あまてらします。すめみ神の身胸を伝えて教え導きのたまわけ。人はすなわち、神とのもとのありじたり、何時らの真摯の痛ましむることなかれ。この故に目にもろもろの風情を見て、心にもろもろの風情を見ず、耳にもろもろの風情を聞いて、心にもろもろの風情を聞かず、口にもろもろの風情を言って、心にもろもろの風情を言わず、身にもろもろの風情に触れて、心にもろもろの風情に触れず、心にもろもろの風情を思とも、中心にもろもろの風情を思わず、この時に清く潔きことあり、もろもろのノリは影と形のことし、清ければ汚れることなし、ことをとらばうべ下ず、皆花よりずの身となる。我が身はすなわち六根少女なり、六根少女なりがゆえに、五ぞの真君兄なり、五ぞの真君兄なりが、故に天地の神とどこなり、天地の神とどこなりが、故に万物の霊動体なり、万物の霊動体なりが、故になすところにこって長寿せずということなし、無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無休、名運理想、考え律、払いたまい、清めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまい。高めの腹にかむずまります。すめ神たち、いやわらしたも、特殊の水の宝持ちて、あまてる国てるひけ雨のほあかりくしたま、にぎはやひのみことり、しずけたもこと教えてのたまわけ、いまし、この水の宝持ちて、中つくにに雨下り、あうひとぐさ沈め収めよ。あう人草およびよりずのものの病のことあらば、かむたから持ちて、見下いた沈みに起きて、見たま沈みの祭りを、なして水の宝を振るべ、そのかむほきの言葉に弱く、木の木のと、火の火のと、土の土のと、かのかのと、水の水のと、ひふみよいむなやこと。二のとふるべゆるいら、かくいなりしば、わかるともさるにきなんとしいとも。雨の神のみをやみことのりかけとまいて、雨のいは船になりて、河内の国の川上の光る神に雨下りましまして、大和の国、引きの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして、月祭りだも。なぜけいて、磯の神の狼と虫立て祭り。よよかむ宝を持ちて、よりずのもののために、古べのかむごともして、強さなしで家の古の見た目の神と、敬い立て祭り。せめみことおまらじ、おとろその神とききを持ちて、いつきに使い祭りとも、もののびの神のやしろ、雨がした、よりずのもののたごいなりてもとかむ宝は、いわゆる、おきつ鏡、平つ鏡、やつくの剣、いく玉、たる玉、まかるが石の玉、ちいが石の玉、おろちのひれ、はちのひれ、くすくすのもののひれ、さらにとくすの神、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよいむなやこと。二のとふるべいらといら、かしたてまつれことのよしをもちて、 Taira kiku kikoshi meseto. Inochi nagaku shison hane tokiwa kakiwani. Mamari tamai sakiwai tamai. Kaji tate matsuri. Jinsu jimyo shinikikaji. Everyone breathe, relax. To kami emi tamo kangon shin. Soni kandaken. Harai tamai kiyomi tamo. Taka amahari ni kamazamarimasu. Kamarogi. Kamara minawi kotomashite. Sumemi oyakama. Izanagi no kami. Tsukushi no himaka no. Tachibana no oda no awagigahara ni. Misoki. Harai. Tamaishi. Toki ni. Are basete. Harai todo. O kami sashi. Oda no maka koto tsumi kairio. Harai tamai kyo me tamai do masu kokani yoshio. Amatsu kami, kunitsu kami. Yao, yodezu no kami tachito man. Kashikomi, kashikomi mumasu. Taka amahari ni kamazamarimasu. Kamarogi, kamaromi no mikotomoshite. Sumemi oyakama. Izanagi no kami, tsukushi no himaka no, tachibana no, oda no, awagigahara ni, misoki, harai, tamaishi, toki ni, are maseda. Harai dono o kami tachi. Moro no maka koto tsumi kaiyo. Harai tamai kiyomi tamai. Wasukoto no yoshio. Amatsu kami. Kunitsu kami. Yao. Yodezu no kami tachi domo ni hikoshimasu. Kashikomi, kashikomi momasu. Kanagara tamachiyamase. Kanagara tamachiyamase. Kanagara tamachiyamase. All right, everyone. How was that? How was that part of it, this session? And for you new people who just wandered in, how was it? And thank you, Jill, for booking another session. So I got one for tomorrow and one for Monday. Love it? Good. Good. Hi, Donna. Oh, it's working. Ask Donna. Let her do a reading. Donna, You want to look at Kassan and see what's going on with him, see how it's working. He's been pretty consistent. He perceives a little bit, but not much. Give you a chance to shine. Meet you. Purple cloud saw a big tree behind her. Go for it, Donna. Cool. I am here every single day, Monica. Where else would I be? I have a very nice smile, huh? No, I'm not. Spoop hasn't been here for some time. Have you seen her around town, Jason? Donna is a psychic, a working one, too. She is a medium, psychic medium, who lurks into these often. I want to hear what you have to say about. Unless you want to come on video right now, Donna, and tell them, or you can say it in the chat. This is noon video, she says. No on video. I knew you were going to say that. I'll just let you do it in the chat. I'll stick around a bit longer. Donna has a website. You can do one of those sessions if that's what you're looking for. Hi, Ganesh. Donna, are you in the disco? Jade has a good question. She's just messing with you, or he's just messing with you, Donna. It's okay, Caroline. We understand. Donna, are you looking into Kassan? Ha 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 ha. Donna says you need a real. Well, there you go. Yeah, those will do it. So, anyway. No, but John, does Shinto make you fat? No, it shouldn't. All right, Monica, nice. You're welcome, Monica. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it fires it up. A small snack. Oh no. I mean, I could answer stuff. I'll let Donna do it. But I know what she's gonna say. Caroline, you might be right. No, she didn't mean that, Kassan. She didn't mean that. Something has been done, and that's what the point was, to see what was being done. But I think maybe she misunderstood. It's okay. Exactly what Jay just said. He should. Yeah, see, yeah, I hear you, Donna. I mean, I guess I could do it energetically too. While you're here, something's being done. I'm just not quite sure what it is. There's a lot of people here. I don't check on people one by one. Yeah, Donna's referring to R2's question. Thanks, Donna, for replying to her. Mm-hmm. It's you have my website, R2, or you mean Donna's website? Just look her up. Sure, R2, I will. I will put you on the schedule and it'll email you the time. The cats are in the other room sleeping. All right, guys, I should go now. You like my hat? Thank you. We send it into the void, Lydia. It goes into the void. Monica, use the link. R2 already paid for the $60 session. Just use the link in the description and it'll take you to that page so you can do that. No, they don't get recycled. They get thrown away. Often for good. Cool. Thank you guys. And like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see everyone next time. Thank you. It was fun tonight. Jeez, between the podcast and this, I've just been talking for 5 hours. Later, everyone.